On Unmasking the Magic, every week I take you through otherworldly abilities, a little bit about the metaphysical, so that you can start identifying just how magical you are and you can start using these abilities to affect your everyday life and affect the physical, change your reality, get a little bit of an edge in everything that it is that you want to achieve for yourself. So I thought it would be, because it's not an easy journey, right? Like identifying how you have these abilities is a challenge in itself. So I thought it would be really valuable to introduce you to Vikenti Mahotkin today. And Vic is just an embodiment of someone who has noticed that he is a little bit different. He's noticed that there's some other stuff going on, and he really embraced everything otherworldly and metaphysical about himself. And he lives unapologetically by that. He's the personification of magic, and you're going to get a real sense of this today. But I'm sure that, like, it hasn't always been this way for Vic. And so when want to hear from him about his own experiences and how he has arrived at this, really amazing destination for himself where he loves life to the extent that he does. And that's an achievement, I think, as well. Like to really love your life and be in love with life, that can feel like a struggle for a lot of people because you can have different areas that kind of throw you off. So I want to hear from Vic. And but before we do, here's a little bit about him. So Vikenti Mahotkin is the Chief Magic Officer, and he absolutely is. He's a former IT guy, so don't think he's always been this way. It's not the case. So Vikenti brings out the joy and magic in you to freely express yourself and monetize your unique gifts, talents, and abilities through playful, inspired action. And you're going to get an absolute sense of this today from Vic, I have no doubt. He's planted in Russia, grown in Canada, and fermented in Bali. And his motto is play, experiment, innovate, and express. And life is all about joy, and you'll see this for yourself. So I'm not going to ramble on about it. But yeah, you're going to sense for Vic. And he's also going to share with us, he has a free webinar coming up called Your Money Breakthrough. And that's going to be in about 2 weeks. So I want to find out some details from Vic about that. I'm sure you're going to love him. And if you do, follow him on social media, look him up on Instagram and Facebook. I'll put all of his details in the description box. Go check him out and absolutely go to his free webinar, Your Money Breakthrough. He's such a vibrant and generous person. Like, I have no doubt that attending that webinar will switch something on for you in terms of money. And who doesn't want more money, right? So go check that out and let's dive into this conversation with Vic. Welcome to Unmasking the Magic, where the mystical meets the practical and fuels your success. I'm your host, Sharon Atkinson, and I'll be your metaphysical maverick on this journey, where every week we'll pull back the curtain to reveal how concepts such as intuition, manifestation, and the quantum field, and pretty much everything else otherworldly, can help empower you to reach new levels of success, meaning, and fulfillment in business, career, and life. Get ready to be inspired, enlightened, and empowered, and let's unmask the magic together. Awesome. Thank you, Vic, so much for joining us on Unmasking the Magic today. I'm so excited to have you here. And
Howdy, Sharon.
hi. So how was your flight? Vic's just returned, is on a little short staycation in Russia. How was your trip?
Interesting and eventful. So I flew from Bali to Kuala Lumpur, then Dubai, and then Moscow. And I loved one of the segments. I get on the flight via Emirates, and I'm just being me. I'm not even saying anything yet. I just walk down the aisle, and this one flight attendant comes over, and she's like, "Hi, we're having a special on have an entire row to yourself day because we're half booked. Would you like to sit here? And I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, sir, I'm terribly sorry to inform you, but we have a surplus on champagne and we need to get rid of excess weight. Would you like some champagne? Free of charge. And,
That's awesome.
these, it was awesome. And just the entire flight, her and her colleagues have made me feel so welcome and giggly. And they're like, ooh, this guy's kind of crazy and fun. He's wearing a weird shirt. Let's go and talk to him and have a barrel of laughs. And for just like 6 hours, they just keep cycling through and saying, well, my friend said you're fun to talk to. Can we talk for a couple of minutes? And and check this out. They gave me a souvenir.
Oh, how good is
They
that?
made me
Super,
they
super.
made me a shake.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. And a Polaroid. I love it. I haven't seen a Polaroid for ages.
Me neither. I didn't know they existed still, but just reload.
But that definitely suits you. Like, that is an amazing look for you. I love it.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, magic follows you everywhere, which is one of the things I really love about you. And because it's just such like an extension of who you are as a person. And so like you embody this so well, I think, just that life is just magical, like big whoop de doo. It's just is what it is. It's part of our life. And magical things, I think, kind of just unfold around you and in your world. And like that, your flight, perfect example of that for me. So let
That
me
was a
ask you
fun bit
this.
of magic.
Yeah, heaps of magic. So let me ask you this. Um, so have you always been like a magical person, or like was there a moment for you that kind of awakened all of your metaphysical gifts and magic and abilities?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I do. That's why you're here. I want to know. Tell me, tell me.
Uh, well, it's a twofold answer, like in most metaphysical and magical things. Like, I remember myself being like this since about 5 years old. Like, I could see things, I could see entities, I could see angels, other interesting stuff. I could read people's energy very quickly and tell if they're sad, if they're honest, if they're angry, if they're mean. Um, my entire family always used to eat from my plate when we went out because no matter how big or small the menu, I would always pick the best, freshest, most delicious meal. And they're like, "Oh, can I try half of this?" I'm like, so that was the start, but I never had anyone around me when I was growing out who could tell me about these things or teach me about them.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if I see this, then probably everybody else sees this, but nobody talks about it. So why don't we just pretend it's kind of in the background?
Okay. So is that how you
So
kind of approached like anything kind of spiritual? Is that everyone can see it, but no one talks about it?
yeah, and later, as I was uh, after I had a couple of wake up moments later on in life, I was like, I uncovered this pattern about, when it's so magical, it's so easy for you because everybody has got superpowers and you do these things so naturally. It's like breathing, so you don't even notice it.
Hmm.
So, there was a lot of unvaluing this or devaluing it because it's so easy, it's so simple. So I kind of shelved it for a while.
Yeah.
But, after it first started in first year university. I went over to a friend's place and he's had this book on his table. It's like, oh, shamanism sounds weird but interesting. Can I read this? So my learning journey started in 2005, and ever since then, I tried over 70 different schools and modalities. And just because I always knew there's something else out there that's not being taught in the classical schools and universities and on TV and in life and in family, like there's something there. I can't quite put my finger on it. And after
Yeah.
a whole bunch of years of searching and trying and discovering. About 4 years ago now, so around 2020, my hands started just waking up. And so I was already part of a magical community and doing lots of things, but things started happening that I couldn't explain. I would go to this magic party, and for no reason, like I see this person's heart chakra just vibrating. So I come up to them and say, "Hey, can I put my hand here for a second?" They're like, "What are you gonna do?" "I don't know, but it needs this." It's like, okay. So, the person has like a full body. Oh my God, this is amazing. Holy crap. Why am I laughing and crying at the same time? This is so good. So my own magic started coming online after, years and years of practice, and just a lot of things clicked. And I realized that, magic is meant to be simple. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be powerful because it's fucking magic. It's not a grind. It's not BDSM healing that you have to pursue.
Yeah.
It's just these natural things that you are, that you do, that, you allow things to unfold just by being you. And that was a really big wake up moment. Like, there were a couple along the way, but that was probably the biggest one about 4 years ago.
Yeah. I love it. And then, because it's not like, I kind of feel that way too. Like, it's not one specific moment, but like in hindsight, you can see like there's been so many like awakenings along the way, and they kind of come to a crescendo almost, where it's so blatantly obvious to you and me and everyone else about what's going on. But you can go back like a lot of years and kind of go, oh, this started ages ago. Like, I've always done this. Who knew? Like, I love it. But you put it
Yeah, exactly.
so beautifully. I love that.
Mm,
Such a magical
thank you,
person.
Sharon.
So can you think of a time when you were faced with like an obstacle or a challenge and you used your magic to transform the situation and everything worked out like better than you possibly could have imagined?
Um, yeah, actually,
I'm
the
so
first one
excited,
that
by the
comes to
way. Like,
mind
I'm like, yes, yes, yay. I know this is going to be good. I
is going to
can
be
feel
better
it.
than good. It's going to be magical.
Magical. Yeah, I get so excited. I don't know. Like, yay. Tell me, tell me.
Um, okay, this is going to be great on many levels because it involves colorful shirts, which I love. It
Great.
involves travel and magic. Yeah. So I used to work in IT for like 6 years. Then I burned out. I got bored. My entire body crashed. Alcoholism, depression, apathy, that kind of things. Like, I'm doing all the right things, but this isn't working for some reason. So leading a normal life while being magical, it's like shoe doesn't fit, no matter how hard you try. So I quit IT. I went into all this spiritual magical stuff for 9 months on a sabbatical. Then I was like, I'm smartest man in the universe. I'm gonna do the same thing all over again. So, so apparently the universe had other plans because 9 months later, same pattern, burnout, depression, boredom, and I'm like, okay, fine, this chapter is closed. What am I brilliant at? And angels everywhere, like clouds parting, magic. You're a fucking magical being. That go do that. I'm like, maybe, maybe there's something to this. So when I left this last IT gig, they owed me a bunch of money, and for like 2.5 years, they just came up with all sorts of excuses why they're not going to pay me. So after a while, I was like, okay, fuck this. The money is gone. Whatever. I release it. Let's get on with life. Let's create something else. And so, I battled them for like 6 months or a year or something, but then I let it go. And 2.5 years later, for no reason whatsoever, I wake up one morning and I just state to the universe, hey, universe, remember like 6 years ago, I wanted to go to Africa and see all these really beautiful places and countries, and then the entire trip fell apart and I didn't go. Well, I'm ready to go now. Make it happen. And the series of events that unfolded, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like literally the same day or the next day. So like less than 12 hours difference. I see a post on Facebook from a friend from university I hadn't spoken to in 12 years. And I think this was like the second times I saw her post anything. She opened up her own amazing travel agency with really cool itineraries and trips and non-standard stuff. And the post was like, Africa, beautiful, amazing. We magically, coincidentally, just had one person drop out. We have one spot left. I'm like, well, this feels kind of up my alley. Let's write them and see what's up. So they're like South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and one other country, Zambia, I think. Like 3 weeks, 10K, come play. I'm like, okay, well, give me a day to think about it.
Mm.
And I had a lot of my fiat money. Most of my money was invested in crypto at the time. So
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, okay, yeah. So I was like, okay, I don't want to take it out of investment. How do I manifest 10K quickly? Universe, show me a fucking miracle. Like another day goes by, maybe. I'm at the grocery store, just, about to go to that cashier. Phone call. Hey, Vic, you know that money we've owed you for 2.5 years? The 10K, the exact fucking number you need to go to Africa?
yeah,
Well, we're
yeah.
ready to pay you now. I'm like, what the fuck? How does this happen? Like no
Magic.
logical explanation. What? Well, other than that, yeah, no logical explanation whatsoever. Because I
Yeah.
already buried the money and I'd moved on. I didn't think of them for I don't know how long. And in a day or two, I go to pick up the money, easy peasy, sexy squeezy. The money pumps into my account. I send it to the travel agency. I had an amazing trip. It was very beautiful, and it gets better.
Yeah. Oh,
So
because I
when I
asked you
went
like better
to,
than you expected. So yeah, okay.
so
It's already
I
phenomenal.
would
Like I just love the serendipities of this. You just make your request. Like it's like you just went, okay, universe, let's go. Make it happen.
exactly.
And voila.
Voila, indeed. So how does it get even better?
Yeah.
I was single at the time. Of a tour group was 7 people. There was only one other man. The rest were beautiful women. Uh, it, Cape Town is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. That in Botswana. For me, that was like, holy crap, this is the amazing Africa that I've been dreaming about. And when I was there, I broke my phone. So it dropped on the rocks while the girls were like, hey, let us take a picture of you while we're having some wine. Oops. Did you need that? I was like, okay, interesting. Universe, I need a brand new amazing phone to create, all this magical content for people. Hook me up. Like, okay. I come back home. I lived alone. Nobody else has keys. I cleaned out my entire cash wallet to take for the Africa trip and, for the investments and etc. So I open up my wallet and there is 1,500 US with a fucking rubber band around it in crisp new bills. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. How the fuck did that happen? And what did the money come for? And again, the clouds part, angels come down. They're like, you asked for a new phone? Pick a new phone. Samsung, iPhone, whatever you like. Go, $1,500. And that is exactly the sum that the new flagman phone cost at that time.
How cool is that? I love that. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it. So you can make money appear out of thin air.
It has happened on several occasions, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And yeah, it's happened at least 4 times now. For some reason, it's always been this around $1,500 mark. And I just remember looking back at this the first time I was in university and I was just going through my drawers, my work drawers. I was like, hey, unmarked envelope, $1,500. I wonder how this got here. Well, probably my mom gave it to me to pay for tuition and I forgot to give her change. Like, okay. So, moment one of not owning your power of manifestation. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Attribute it to other
like a
things.
year. Yeah, exactly. We all do this. It's like, it
Yeah.
can't be that easy. I mean, come on. Well, it can if you let it, apparently. Like a year or two goes by and I'm cleaning out the shelves again, and I've gone through it like many, many times. This amount of stuff that I threw out, like huge fucking bag like this. So I find another envelope, another $1,500. I'm like, how did this get here? I graduated already. There's no way this is left over from tuition, but there's no way this just could have magically appeared there. No, of course not. But
Ah, the logical mind, the logical mind. Yep.
yeah. So it happened once or twice after that again electronically, and but after a while, now I can honestly say that other than magic, I can't explain it. But I just see these things happening in other ways that they pan out with these manifestations and the changes that people experience and the healings that I've seen happen. It really can be that quick and that easy. But the
Mm.
only deciding factor is, are you letting yourself have this? Or are you stuck in the mind like I was for many years? And like, magic cannot happen so easy. It has to be hard because a lot of these teachings that, we see on TV and, a lot in spirituality, it's like, the path must be paved with daggers and hot stone, and only then can you reach enlightenment and magic. And I call pooey on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love your
Yeah.
accents too. Make me laugh. I
uh,
love it. I love it.
it's fun.
So, okay, I'm going to give myself a challenge actually after that story is to like just notice the ways that I don't allow magic to happen and then just sort it all out and move that out of the way. Go next level with magic, like in terms of what I think is so what I think is possible versus what's really possible. So I just have to move
Hmm.
myself out of the way and go on an adventure. So I'm going to do that.
Awesome.
I'm going to keep you updated and
Sounds
let you know what
lovely.
happens.
Ooh, I like it.
It's like
Can
getting
can we do
over
a quick?
myself.
Mm, get over yourself, lady. Come on, just
Yeah,
recognize you're great and magical. Come on.
that's right. Well, I don't know if you know, but I've got like I have a very corporate background. You're IT, I'm very corporate. Like I managed the state for an advertising agency, and then after that, I went into business banking. So very, very corporate, logical, all those things. Yeah. And so, um, like I can look at myself really, really like honestly and go, yeah, you know what? You're still probably very logical and like there's a process for this and a process for that. But like how cool would it be if you just got rid of that? Then what happens? Like then what?
Mm, mm,
Exciting.
mm.
So, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play with that type of stuff for myself. Hopefully, like if you're
Mhm.
listening to our podcast or watching our podcast on YouTube, that you're getting these types of like inspiration and ideas from Vic because it's just amazing. Like, I love the way that Vic sees the world, and it's just like a blank canvas. And yeah, like just go be you and like who cares about anything else? Like be as magical as you need to be. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay, riddle me this.
Wait, wait.
Wait, wait.
Before we move on, can I give you a cool example of um, how you can illustrate what we've been talking about through the corporate lens, magic
Yeah.
versus logic. So when I was working in IT, one of my duties was to be a business analyst. So we would go into these huge fucking companies, tens of thousands of employees, and look at their workflows, how their business is set up, how their standard operating procedures are created. So, they have efficiency and security and, and all these things.
Mhm.
So I remember vividly visiting this a very, very big bank, and they're showing me their processes for like onboarding and signing new clients and giving out loans and they have these like big fucking A0 size pieces of paper with all these arrows going everywhere. And I look at it and there's like 25 steps on the thing. And I start looking into it deeper. And I asked them, so you have this great, amazing, very secure process of 25 steps of, control, control, control. So no penny goes unaccounted for. But is this really 3 steps if you were to automate it properly? They're like, well, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah. Light bulb. So, it's the same thing with our day-to-day anything, relationships, sex, money, business, showing up in the world and being weird and magical. If you want to jump through 25 steps, nothing wrong with that. If you really like jumping like that, go for it, enjoy it, make it as fun as possible for you as long as it works for you. But just be aware of the possibility that it can be as simple as 3 steps or even 1 step. Just like that one choice, universe, take me to Africa. I want to go.
I love it. Well, that's one step. And you had all this like amazingness happen off the back of it. Like one action, you know. Your
Yeah,
one-step process is fantastic. I love it. But that's such a good analogy. Like I love that you mentioned that. Such a good analogy because um if we like really like do, I suppose, like a feasibility study on ourselves and go, okay, these are all the hoops I'm jumping through to get a result, and I'm still not there yet, so I'm going to jump through some more hoops. Yeah, exactly. So no, I really love that. So yeah, just yeah, bit of self-reflection and cut through a lot of the stuff that you don't really actually need. You only think you need because it's probably what you used to, and just you let it go.
exactly.
I love it.
Just because you think you need it, you don't truly need it. You just think you do.
Yeah, that's right. Because how do you know? Unless you do something different, you never know.
Can I offer another analogy here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
You're in the moment, so just
so
go.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for receiving my magic. It feels so juicy. So, over the 18 past years of me studying and trying all these different schools and modalities, and what really clicked for me over the last 2, 3 years, especially once my own magic came online, is that basically every school and all these things work, and depending what vibes with you. So it's not about that. Every school just said, this is the way, or this is the way, or this is the way, or this is the way. And they take you through that pathway, this 25 steps or 17 steps, whatever their algorithm is, and it works to an extent as long as it vibes for you, and that's great. But what I came to realize, and this Africa thing that really clicked for me, and there's been other stories like it, when you literally make the choice, not from up here, like, oh, I want more money. Like, are you actually ready to have what you're asking for? That is the question. And that can be the difference between, like, say you're shopping around for a new coach or healer or mentor who's going to help you solve the next, money breakthrough problem, for example, or the next relationship problem. And, you can you meet person A and they say, hey, person B is like, whoa, person C is like, hey, when in fact, there's actually a door number 4, which just says, walk in, and there it is.
Yep,
And,
yep.
literally, there is the one step. If you're really truly ready to have it, it can be as simple as that. And I've had women, come to my sessions and they're like, hey, Vic, I was going to say sober, but that's not the right word. I haven't had relationships or sex in like 12 to 18 months. Like, where are all the good men at? I'm like, okay, well, let's take a look here. And, they come back a week, a month later. It's like, oh my God, I met this amazing man. We click on so many levels. And it's so cool. And, I followed up with a couple of them recently, and they say, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years. I left my unhappy marriage of 20 years. I met four amazing bachelors, and now I'm still with one of them. And even though it's been, 3 years already, it can literally be the one choice, the one door that really works for you. So just honor your choice, honor what it is you want and desire, and fucking go for it. There can be a lot of gurus, shmurus. Oh, you have to meditate in Tibetan cave with no food and no sex and no money for 50 years, and only then you can be. That's their path, okay? If they're happy doing what they're doing, that's great. That doesn't mean you have to do it. Just
Yeah,
because somebody, walks up 100 flights of stairs to get to the top of the Rockefeller building, does not mean you cannot take the speedy elevator that gets you in 4 seconds.
I love it. And you're door number 4. Absolutely door number 4.
That's an interesting compliment I haven't had the pleasure of receiving before, but thank you. Door number
Yeah,
4, Vic.
door number 4. Welcome, door number 4.
Mwah, beautiful accent.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so how do you, I'm going to read this question that I've prepared for you. How do you integrate your metaphysical knowledge and gifts into your everyday life? So, how do you be magical every day, Vic? And how does this benefit you compared to your old way of life?
Oy. I really like the first part of the question. The second one was like, oh, that was me doing that. I was, hello. Read that biography. That did not happen.
Yeah, like it feels cringeworthy, doesn't it? Like when you compare the two, like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's like before and after. The after is oh my god, and before is like oy vey. So, I growing up, I had a lot of logic. I loved algebra. I loved higher mathematics. I loved
Oh, me
um,
too.
um, it was fascinating. I loved algebra, trigonometry, all these good things. Theory of probability. It was fascinating. It's like boom, 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 boom. With 2.5% chance you meet a dinosaur today, and you go out and they're like, oh, look, there's a dinosaur. It was a balloon, sure, but it's still a dinosaur. So, and this IT experience also, like you create the schedule, you create the plan, you forecast the marketing and the sales, and then you go and you do the thing, you do the KPI, and it's all very rigid. And it's like door number 1, there is no other door. You go.
That's
So
right. Door number 1, you must choose it, you know?
exactly, it has been chosen for you. You are chosen one. It is your destiny. And yeah, it's funny now, but you know, it was it was really interesting and it was really fun for about 2 years working in IT. But then I was like, hey, I'm growing, I'm expanding. There's more of me coming through. I'm realizing more and more what I want, and it's just too tight. It's not working anymore, and that's one of the reasons why the depression, the burnout, the alcohol. It's like trying to cut off parts of yourself that don't fit into the box of normalcy and trying to fit into normalcy. So, and now I'd love to offer a very, very cool life hack in a bit. It's, there's just so much more choice available because you're not looking from inside the box, you're looking outside, and there's a lot less judgment of myself. I'm a little weird. I'm a little colorful, if you might have noticed. And
Just slightly,
just a little bit, just a little bit, just for fun. And there are people that get that, and there are people who think I'm cringeworthy. And in the past, it would have been hard to handle or offensive, or like, is there something wrong with me? But a more fun question is, what's right about me? I'm not getting. Universe, show me. So that's one of the questions I like to start the day off, and just be open to seeing the miracles. And another good way this impacts me is how I work.
Mm.
So before, in IT, 8 to 6, and then you go drinking with the partners, the clients, the whatevers, in order to establish a relationship, and it doesn't serve you, and you're hungover and you're tired, and the cycle goes on. Now it's like, get up in the morning, do some of my magical stuff, work for like 2, 3 hours, take a break, do something fun, magical, playful. Or if I know that I need to keep going with my work stuff, but I don't want to do coffee or sugar or any other type of stimulants, I'm like, so, okay, energy level, boom, 70%, and 70% is, a good level that I know I should stop. And I highly recommend you don't drop below 70 so you don't get tired and frustrated. I just go lie down for like 20, 30 minutes. I run my magic, 70, 75, 80, 90, boom. It's like, hey, the world has colors again. Awesome. Let's fucking play. And things just go so much easier and so much faster. And it's a lot more fun because you're not forcing yourself. 70, 65, 60. I'm like, when is this crap over? When's the fucking call going to be over? When am I going to be done with this launch plan and whatever? And you're like, hey, this feels kind of fun. Oh, I have this new idea and let's explore it. Let's journal on it. Let's visualize it. What would it be like? Oh my God. Okay, cool. So literally in a matter of like 15, 20, 30 minutes, if you have the time, you do this magical thing. You allow yourself to embrace what it is you really like, what you love, what you want to create. And it happens from that space.
Mm.
And another great question I love using at the start of my day is, what would I love to gift and receive? So to give to the world and receive back from it. What would I like to witness, experience? So like, ooh, magic, fun, love, a couple holding hands, kids playing around. Uh, who would I like to meet and connect with today? The universe showed me.
Yeah. And that's how I imagine like some of the or your experience on the airplane kind of came about too. Show me these cool people I can meet and play with today.
Exactly.
Who knows? But like you definitely have like really crystal clear intentions for what you want to like see and experience and you know, it's so different to that kind of rigid life that that you once had.
It's very different, yeah, but there are definitely things that I know that I want, and I have a great amount of certainty and clarity around it. Like I want to create this amazing magic school where people get to, turn on their own magic, master it, learn to channel, talk to dragons and phoenixes, and remember that life is about play. And I have great specificity about that. But at the same time, I'm always open to the miracle. I'm always open to new possibilities. And that's one of the reasons why I like this asking questions approach. So you're not dictating, you're not
Mhm.
forcing the universe to give you that, 3% mocha latte with 2 sugars and 1 cream. You're like, hey, what else is out there that's really awesome and amazing for me to experience and meet that I'm not thinking about, not controlling about? Like, what else is out there that would be awesome? Bring it in. So you're
Yeah,
asking the world for input, you're asking the universe for help and assistance and guidance, and you're receiving it.
yeah, yeah. I love it. And it's a great big permission slip too to the universe. Like, here, here's your permission, universe. Delight me and surprise me today.
Yeah. I mean, before I did not know that. I thought that double chocolate cake was the pinnacle of all creation. Now it turns out there's triple chocolate cake and double cream brie, and it's amazing. It's twice as fun as the normal brie, or even more.
I love it. Absolutely is. It so is. And I think, going through that place of like being like so stressed and burnt out, like I really love how you can like you notice when your energy gets to like has dropped like to a certain extent and you're like, right, I'm on this. That's it. Time out. I'm gonna go be magical, bring some more in, do what I need to do. Because you can still like, and I notice with myself sometimes if I'm like concentrating a lot, and the logical mind comes in and I'm concentrating, working things out. I can like disconnect and kind of slip back into corporate world kind of mode, and I need to switch back to non-corporate
Yeah.
world mode. Yeah. So I love that you're so mindful of that and you notice it. And it's like part of a routine for you. Like it's just part of your life. It's not even a routine. It's just you being you.
Yeah, in many ways, it's about just me being me and being aware. Uh, Usually, not always, but usually, because who's perfect? I'd like to meet that person. But just being aware in the moment of what it is you need,
Yeah.
not putting yourself last, but actually prioritizing. If you need to go to the bathroom in the middle of a meeting, go to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, like who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Big whoop to do.
And um, I'm not sure what triggered this, but as you were talking about this burnout and energy recovery, I got another ping I'd like to share if you're open to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I'm a magic buff. I fucking love magic. And that, it's one of the reasons why I studied so many types. It's like, oh my God, oh, this works and this works. Holy crap, oh, this is amazing. Oh, candy store, a candy store in a candy store. It's like, mwah. So, for years I've had these very lucid and colorful visions and cartoons in my head, especially when I channel and do magical stuff. It's like dragons, phoenixes, other planets, dimensions, and I see, string theory in the air, and I'm like, okay, well, is there a way to get these images from here into the world so people can see and also marvel at it and enjoy it? And another thing that I've been very interested in learning and documenting is how all of these energy practices affect the mind, the body, and the hormonal balance.
Mm.
So finally, after searching around, I found a friend of mine who does this kind of thing, and he's got all these gizmos at home who measure your brain activity and your hormone activity and your heart activity, and somehow he measures the biological age of the body. And if you're open to it, I'd like to show you some of the results we had in
Yeah,
this
for
first
sure, for
step of the study.
sure. Yeah,
So,
show me, show me.
so yeah, I'll flip the screen in a second. Just so what we did was we took measurements before we started. So we just met for tea. How's it going? That kind of thing. And I did a few magical things for him, and these results after just 10 minutes. Like normal session is about an hour and a half. These are after just 10 minutes because we had a lot of stuff going on that evening. Okay, so
Okay.
flipping the camera. Come on.
So you're measuring the impact of magic.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
So neurohormonal regulation.
Okay.
So he's at 39% before the session. So
Yeah.
he's kind of okay. He's a little tired. He's a little absent-minded, but he's okay. He's surviving. Keyword being surviving.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
10 minutes later, 80%
Ooh.
regulation. So a lot of peace, a lot of relaxation. He's calm. He's focused. He's concentrated. He's gathered. He's not scatter-minded anymore. The other
That's
cool bit
awesome.
is psycho-emotional state. He's got a lot of red and yellow, which also often indicates stress and burnout and control.
So is that what like overthinkers would look like?
Yeah, a, a lot of brilliant people who have very high IQ, who have a lot of intuitive gifts, which sometimes people don't own. You try to control, you try to go through the shoebox instead of living in your own thing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the ways it shows up. 10 minutes later, from 48% optimal state to 77. Peace, calm, relaxation, ease. His eyes mellowed out,
That's so
like brain
cool.
synchronicity. From 43%, which means you're often scatter-minded and absent-minded and jumping from topic to topic. It's hard to concentrate. Boom, 74%. Can you see this okay, by the way?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, age. So apparently, there's the age in your passport and there's the age your body keeps track or feels it is.
Mm.
So he is actually 38, but
Yeah.
because of his stress and all that non-synchronicity stuff before, he was like, "Oh, we're a bit tired. We're going to be 43 right now."
Mm.
10 minutes later, 35 years.
You made
So
him
eight
8 years
years
younger.
exactly. And you know, for me, this is fascinating because a lot of people that come, especially women, to my session, on average, they leave looking 2 to 5 years younger, which
Yeah.
means more color in the face. The lips increase in size like twice. The skin shines. The eyes shine. Sometimes the breasts increase in size. It's like, how the fuck does that happen? Magic.
What?
And
You get
finally,
like
I have,
a lift.
yeah, like
Really?
seriously, a lift of breasts and buttocks. Yeah, it's a very common side effect
Really?
because, yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that. What kind of magic
it's,
is that?
called rejuvenation, baby. A rejuvenation.
Because I need some refreshing because, I'm getting more mature. Right?
Mm. Ah.
So, but yeah, that's really cool. I love that. And so, like all the overthinkers in the world, because I reckon one of the things that, like, I speak to a lot of people about is they're in their head so much and, um, oh, like they just overthink, overanalyze, and they seem to go around in circles that they don't know how to solve a problem and round, these stories in their head kind of go. And yeah, it's hard to get to sleep. All this other kind of stuff kind of unfolds off the back of being an overthinker and overanalyzing everything. Like, I think of it as like people treat their life like a game of Tetris, like they're constantly like analyzing every move and this is going to do this and this is going to do that. Life's not like that. Life's not Tetris. But it's so interesting to see that like the effect like that you had on your friends like 10 minutes later, like out of that mindset and like the benefit and to just switch it off and to step out of that, yeah, analytical mindset and just step into, a state of allowing, which is what it really is, So cool.
Door number 4, everybody, available to you now. All you have to do is choose. Like really, all you have to do is just choose and allow yourself to have it.
Yeah, choose door number
Um,
4.
yeah, and again, the thing I'd love to underline with this is 10 minutes. No BDSM, jumping on nails, eating glass, walking on coals. None of this going through trauma and oh, my grandma in the 13th generation, she abused and now we have this curse. None of that. Like literally, and I'd love to give you a taste, as we wrap up about how you can experience my magic. Like literally
Yeah, for
10
sure.
minutes of the guy just laying on the couch, being a comfortable, lazy potato, and just going like, "Oh, why does this feel so good in my body now? Is this stress leaving and my joy and magic coming into the body so I can actually freaking enjoy it?"
Yeah, it's like an adjustment. Your body's going, what is this new sensation?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you make me laugh,
And
Nick. I've got tears.
uh, tears of joy, I hope.
Yeah, it's standard.
And it's fascinating how it affects the face. Like literally, when people are stressed, especially if you're working in corporate, or if you did work in corporate, you remember this.
Yeah,
So your shoulders are tense, your neck is tense. Yeah, you're furrowing your brow. You're trying to drill a hole in your computer,
yeah, you're
and
so focused, like you drilled into this one thing, you're trying to get your head around it, and you concentrating, and then someone interrupts you and like,
like, where did you come from? What do you mean it's March? And when you get stuck in this, the resentment, the stress, the burnout, it literally gets burned into your body and into your nervous system. But once you release it, like it, this girl came to me for a session a couple of years ago. She's like, "Okay, I want a facelift and make me look pretty again." I'm like, "Oh, well." So like halfway through the session, she says, I have to go to the bathroom. She takes her phone with her. I don't know why she needs her phone in the bathroom, but whatever. And she's got the
Each their
face
own.
recognition lock. Could be for privacy reasons. I'm not allowed to say, but okay. So she's got the face lock thing on her phone,
Yeah.
and she tries to unlock it. Keyword tries, and the phone is like, "Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! Who are you? You're not my owner. Go away, lady. I'm not gonna unlock the phone for you." So she
Mm.
tried it a couple of times, and still didn't fly. But she's like, "Okay, well, I remember the password. Thank God for that." Comes back from the bathroom. We finish out the session, another like 40 minutes. She, she tries to open the phone again. The face recognition doesn't work again
Oh
because
wow.
her face changed that much. And in many ways, it happens here in the chest area as well. Like there's a lot of fear and resentment that gets stored here.
Hmm.
And in many ways, how the wrinkles smooth out on the face because you release all these stress hormones and, panic thinking and fear-based reality. You're literally like, oh, the same thing happens here. It's like, ooh, hello, girls, let's play again. We don't have to worry because the universe is on your side, and we got friends, and we got support, and money's coming in, and it's all good.
Oh, that's so funny. Like I never even knew that could even like be possible. No idea.
Apparently,
You
it
have to
is.
ask my husband if he's noticed anything.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what is like one core belief or principle that guides you? I imagine like you have some amazing knowledge on here and like how this has kind of like kept you in this like such a playful like zone and way of being you, like
Oh, there's a whole bunch, but one of them is a permission slip, basically. You're weird. If you're watching this, you're weird. I salute you and celebrate you for it. Own it, play with it, celebrate it, experiment, and just fucking go. There will
Yeah,
always be people who marvel at your weird, your colorful, your way of seeing things, your way of being, dressing, cooking, doing business. Enjoy that together. The people who don't get it, they're not your reference group. They're not your target audience. They're not your soul aligned anything. Let them have their life. Let yourself have your life. You fucking deserve it.
yeah, no,
Be
I love
weird,
that.
be jolly, be playful, be magic. You are it already. Just allow yourself to unfold.
Yeah. Because how boring is it, like if everyone's the same?
Uh,
Exactly,
yeah, exactly.
exactly. I love it.
Like, hello, we come to this five-star Michelin restaurant, and I would like to have some water with stale bread for a starter, and stale bread and water for salad, stale bread and water for main course, and for dessert, we'll have some stale bread. Like, really? Life is about versatility. It's about change. It's about variety. I mean, even if you eat black caviar every day, and after like 2, 3 days, you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure I want something else too.
Mm.
And here's a cool thought. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, you need the ups and downs in life so you appreciate things more. So, you don't get stuck and bored
Mm.
with the happiness. I call bullshit on that, and
Yeah, me
I offer
too.
you this alternative. What if this versatility of, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, holy crap, it's horrible. What if instead of this roller coaster, you can have versatility between, oh, this is a 5-star hotel. This is a different 5-star hotel. This is a 6-star hotel. This is a different 6-star hotel. What if you can have versatility through joy and pleasure and happiness and
Mm.
success without having to drop down? Sure, there's, all sorts of stuff that happens in life and business and relationships, and that's fine. But
Yeah.
what I'm inviting you is the possibility of not roller coasters, but like, whoa, okay, okay. Oh, excuse me. There we go. And the curve, just let it even out. You don't have to have drama to be successful and happy and to get results and to feel alive. Literally.
Yeah. I love that. I agree. I agree. So like a roller coaster of joy.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. But it is like in many ways. And like I agree with you, Vic, because I kind of think like just from my own perspective, like even as a kid, like I'm pretty sure I knew that I enjoyed something, and I was so excited and happy about whatever it was, you know, probably that I was trying to turn around like turn into Wonder Woman in the background in the backyard, turn around really, really fast, and I'd fall over and think it was hilarious because I got dizzy. But um, yeah, that was fun for me, and I know that I could identify that that was fun. I didn't need some horrendous moment to highlight how much I enjoyed that. You know, I enjoyed it. I was all in. I was having so much fun. I don't need something catastrophic to come along, so I appreciate that more. I appreciate it for what it was. So I agree with you. I call bullshit on that too.
Let's do it together. One, two, three. Bullshit on that.
Yay. Okay. So if you could share one piece of advice or insight with someone so that they, and I know like this is like something that, I think is really, it feels really important, like um, a core piece of who you are. But so I'll finish asking a question, but it feels like really important, like for you. Um, so when I finish asking the question,
Mm.
that will be fantastic for both of us. Okay. So if you could share like one piece of advice or an insight with someone who wants to like harness their own like magic, metaphysical abilities and stuff, what's like one piece of advice that can really help them on their journey?
Don't block it. Like magic is so versatile, it's so unpredictable, it's unlinear, it's uncontrollable. So there's more than a million, billion, trillion ways it can show up. Don't fucking block it. Just let it be. Let it course through your body, through your mind, even if you don't have the mental clarity for it, if you don't understand why your hands are glowing, or one is on fire, the other one's like ice. Or sometimes when you walk into a place or meet a person or hug a person, you turn on like the sun. Or if you start having very interesting, vivid dreams of other planets and dimensions and angels and dragons and, whatever your flavor is, don't block it. Just let it be and allow yourself to enjoy it. The mental clarity will come later. And just because you don't understand or control or have the mental clarity all mapped out, it does not mean that your magic is already not awesome, phenomenal, and capable of creating massive change. Like your nervous system, your breathing apparatus, your digestive system. Do you honestly have detailed ideas how the fuck that all works? Or does it just work and you're still able to enjoy the fruits and labors of that? You still breathe, you still digest food. And again, don't block it, please. Be smarter than I was. I tried to control the fuck out of it, and I had really big back problems, and my waist was like, hernias, hurts, can't move for 3 years. And, then as I started embracing it more, like these healing magical parties I told you about, it's like, I don't know what's happening here in the heart chakra, but boom. Oh my God, this is called, ooh, cool. Magic is you are magic, you are weird, embrace it, own it, enjoy it, don't block it. The mental clarity will come later.
I love
And, that's one of my favorite things to teach. If you want more help with that, just feel free to DM me.
Yes. DM Vic. I'm going to put some links about how you can get in touch with Vic in the description box for you as well. And Vic, I want to ask you too, because you did mention
Mm,
in an email that you sent me, you have a masterclass coming up. Your money
that I
breakthrough.
do.
Oh, webinar.
Yeah. It's gonna be a webinar 2 weeks from now. So not next Friday, but next Friday at 12 o'clock Moscow time. We're gonna delve into money, how to get to the next level, how to stop limiting yourself. Because a lot of people are like, I don't deserve it. It has to be difficult. I'm not allowed to have it because my family never had this kind of money. I can't have 5, 10, 20, $50,000 a month because that would just be too easy. That would be door number 4. Like, you're not allowed to have door number 4. So we're going to be talking about that. I will be sharing some magic to help you break through this and enjoy it. So if you want to come play, activate your next level of income and enjoying money,
Yeah.
because all this bullshit, money is root of all evil. Bullshit on that. Like, money is a fucking, I was going to say gangster, but in a fun way. It's a playful energy. It's an angel. It loves to contribute and magnify your life. Let it.
Absolutely.
So,
Like money's just, money's money. It's not, I agree. But okay,
yeah.
so that will be 2 weeks from now is the 7th of June. Have I got the right date?
Yes, 7th of June at 12 o'clock noon Moscow time, which is 5 p.m. Bali time, 8, 7 p.m. Melbourne.
7 p.m. Wait,
You're +2 from Bali. Yeah.
I think so. Hang on. 12
Yeah, because
p.m. Moscow time will be, yeah, 7 p.m. Melbourne time.
7 p.m. Melbourne time. Yeah.
I'll put a link.
So it's free. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll put a link in the description box too, so with all the times for like, which is 2 a.m. Pacific. And but it is 10 a.m. like in London, and so that'll be 11 a.m. Yeah, in Central Europe.
Yeah. Awesome. Come play. You can always watch the replay. The magic still works. And yeah, if you want, I would love to offer you and your viewers a taste of, what life can be like and business can be like and money can be like with ease and joy and play without this rigid control if you want right now.
Little sample built in at the end.
Well, yeah.
Okay, bring it on. Hit us with the magic.
All right.
What do we do?
Okay. So behind door number 4, the
Mhm.
way we live and function is get comfortable,
Okay.
be very comfortable, eyes closed, eyes open, whatever you're comfortable.
Okay.
Make sure your arms and legs are not crossed and just allow yourself to receive. So, shall we go for 5 minutes just to be safe and comfy?
Sure. Why not?
Okay,
Let's
awesome.
go.
Nope. Or why, yes. Okay, just give me 10 seconds to set this up and we're gonna go. And here we are. So just allow these energies to wash over you, nourish you, caress you, enjoy it, enjoy them, have fun, peace, and relaxation. And if for any reason whatsoever you start giggling or having an orgasm, please enjoy yourself. A lot of people do, and there is no need to hold it in. Like we recently discussed, don't block it. This is part of your magic, part of your life force, part of who you are waking up, because that's what we do here behind door number 4. Life is meant to be about play and happiness and joy and joygasms. So,
Oh, I
dip a
like
toe
that.
in.
That's good.
Or if you're feeling very adventurous, maybe not a toe, an entire foot. You wouldn't want too much, of course. I mean, you wouldn't want to get in all the way, but just a foot. But seriously, what if you were to increase the amount of receiving of love, joy, happiness, and money by 10% right now? Are you ready to do that? If
Yeah.
yes, say double cream brie. Double cream brie.
Double cream brie. Bring it on.
All right. Now, since it is Friday, one of my 7 favorite days of the week, Would you like to maybe extend that to 20% increase? If so, say, oh, oui, oui, mon chéri.
Oui, oui, mon chéri. Mhm.
All right. How does that feel?
Superbe.
Mais super. La fraisite. Very native Melbourne accent. Mouah. Très bien, très bien.
Très bien. Merci.
Mm.
Merci,
By the
monsieur.
way, ooh, if you're watching this on replay, it still works, and you can watch this multiple times and just enjoy it. So, shall we increase that to 30%? All those things we were talking about that. Hmm?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Awesome. Let's do it. That's nice. Ooh, you
About
know
that,
what?
like right here.
Mm, what's going on there?
Just like a um like this sensation, and then it's like it was doing something that doesn't normally do in that spot, like an expansion, and then just went, okay. Yeah, boing.
Yeah,
I definitely felt that. Very cool.
I love how aware you are.
I can feel lots of stuff, but that one just boing.
Speed limiter removed. Awesome. Well, tomorrow is Saturday, so how about we go all in and, just go ahead and double the receiving of all those nice things we talked about. Would you like to do that?
Sure. I'm going to say yes on behalf of anyone listening to this as well. Yes.
Awesome. Ooh, awesome. Just feel how much expansion that brings in automatically.
Yeah, I can feel that in my solar plexus.
Mm. Would you like to double that again?
Okay.
Awesome. Mm. Just feel it streaming in through your entire body, bypassing the mind, and just going straight into materialization. Enjoy it, love it, play with it. This is all you and your magic. This is not me implanting you or anyone I work with anything. This is just a gentle, powerful reminder of who you are, who you can be, and all you have to do is choose. So if you'd like to choose that and double down yet again on all those wonderful things, say, oh, but of course.
But of course. Oui, oui, monsieur. Avec
Mm,
plaisir.
mm. I love how flirty you are on this juicy Friday.
In French.
All right. And if you'd like to integrate that and update your system in the most gentle and powerful and highest best way from the perspective of the universe, just say yes.
Yes. Oui.
Awesome. And when you're ready, please come back and open your beautiful, beautiful eyes.
That's so cool. Thank you, Vic. Let's see, folks. I'm gonna look at the replay so we
Mm-hmm.
can see like the
Hmm.
changes in my face, because I know that this is like you've spoken about this today as well. So I might do I'll do some actually what I'll do, because I don't edit, like I'm not a video editor, I just record and then that's it. So, but what I will do is I will take some screenshots and I will tack them on at the end so people can see, like, and compare my face.
Cool. Sounds fun.
Why not? We'll see, like, what's what. So I'm pretty
How are
sure
you
I
feeling?
got quite close before.
Have a what?
I'm pretty sure that I got like close up to the camera before. We were talking about being
Hmm.
analytical and stuff, so I'm pretty sure you'd be able to see something. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you seem more relaxed and more glowing, and you're giggling for some reason, even
mm,
more than when we started.
yes.
So yeah, it would be cool to see those shots.
But I love that. That was so cool. And I can definitely feel like as soon as you started, boom, crown chakra, and then boom. It's like things just start pouring in, and it's really cool. It's really awesome. And then I can't wait to see like what this kind of translates into. Boink.
Speed limiter.
Something opened up that needed to open up. It's the right time.
Mm. Yeah, it felt like an ancestral pattern that you let go of about money. It's like, wait, what do you mean you can have glory and riches? What? Bring it in. Like, that eureka light bulb moment.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Vic. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff from ancestors. Like, thank you very much for passing that on, but it's really not me.
Exactly. Like, you don't have to use, a horse, go-kart, an iPhone 1. There are other options available.
Yeah, yeah.
Behind door number 4.
Door number four. That is correct. So, everybody, I'm going to put all the details to how you can get in touch with Vic, and then as well as the world clock, so you can see when when Vic's free webinar is going to be called Your Money Breakthrough. And Vic, you'll get me a link for that, yeah, and I'll just add that in.
Yeah, for
Excellent,
sure.
excellent. So I believe that okay, I'm going to come to that one. I'm going to put it in my diary so I can go to
Mm,
that one.
awesome. Would love to see you there.
It'll be so good. Thank you so much for joining us on Unmasking the Magic today. You're magic personified. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mm,
And I think like of all people to like kind of usher in and help people to be magical like their own way. Like I can't think of anyone like well, I haven't met anyone that's really better equipped to do that and just throw like convention to the wind. Like it doesn't exist in your world. Like, that's the last thing you want to do. Exactly, exactly. I love it. So yeah, get in touch with Vic and yeah, just step into his like magical world. And even if you don't want help like with your magical gifts, like Vic is just an amazing person. If you want to monetize them, Vic is your man. Like,
mm, mm. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon, for seeing me and for inviting me. Every time, we get in touch, I always giggle like a schoolgirl and I love it.
yeah, why
I
is
also love
that?
your
I don't
vision.
understand that. Why does this happen?
Coincidence. Think nothing of it. Coincidence.
I think, like I said to you the
uh,
other day, like we're both magical and peculiar things happen. That's just how I see it.
peculiar, or is it maybe the actual normal state of things, how the universe would like to play?
Ah,
Which,
exactly,
no.
exactly. Well, the world's a peculiar place, so it is normal.
Mm. Can I share a quick story about that?
Yes.
So, recently in Bali, like maybe 2 months ago, I went to a party, ecstatic dance, cacao, dinner, something else, networking. I met this Swedish girl and she joined our table. We talked for like 3 hours. It was great. And she's like, hey, I'm having a house party in a couple of days. Why don't you come? I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. House party, Swedish people. Awesome. Love it. So I just show up there just to hang out and play, meet some new people. We're sitting by the pool, and this really cool Swede, like he's 3 million feet tall and gorgeous man and beautiful heart. And he's like, so, what kind of magical things do you do? Like, what? We were okay. Well, we were talking about something totally unrelated, and somehow we just got talking about magic again. And so we had a couple of sessions with him. And then he writes me, he says, "Hey, I talked to this other healer, and she said that, life has to be hard and manifestation has to be hard. And if it's not hard, it means you're straying from your path. Can you comment on this?" I'm like, okay, interesting. I mean, I understand, the position and the belief system from which he was relating, and I don't want to discredit or dishonor that in any way. But
Hmm.
what I invited him into was, so when you know what's good for you, what's right for you, what works for you, and what doesn't, what if it can be the difference between riding, a German autobahn, which has 0% tilt and perfect rain drainage and no pebbles and no dust, and you just go 200K and it feels like, you're doing 30. Or if you want the roller coaster, you go off road, you go on the terrain and the mudslides and, whatever. If that's your boat, that's also fine. But again, door number 4, allow yourself the autobahn, allow yourself the ease. You're you're not, if you're watching this, there is a 199% chance you're not fucking normal. Stop trying to be. Your normal, your normal is so much different than the normal world of, muggles, as Harry Potter would say. Stop trying to fit in that off-road ballet shoe that does not fit. You have your own music, you have your own dance, you have your own vibration, you have your own magic. Yes, I'm talking to you, the person watching this replay. If you've ever thought, I can't possibly have any magic within me, you have magic. If you've ever wondered if I have magic within me, you have magic. Like 4 or 5 years ago, even after all this studying, people kept telling me, "Hey, Vic, you're magic. You got all these things, and the way you do this magic processes, nobody else does it like that." I'm like, "Oh, bitch, please, couldn't possibly be me. What are you talking about?" And now I've discovered that, apparently everybody has hundreds of amazing gifts and special cures and activations and healings that only they can do because it's your magic. Own it, receive it, acknowledge it, play with it, and enjoy the fuck out of it. And that will be one of the biggest golden breaks, golden moments, eureka light bulb moments in you shifting to the autobahn, which is fun and easy to drive on without having all this turbulence and drama and stress and burnout and alcohol and, all these other fun things from the terrain. We all experience difficulties, but the more you attune yourself, the more you own yourself and your magic and allow yourself to be and just fuck off from judging yourself all the time because you are weird. You are weird. Get over it. It's awesome. I love weird people. The only type of people I have friends and clients, weird people. They are beautiful. The, Granted, there is fun weird and there is, oh my God, how the hell did that happen? Kind of weird. I have the fun weird. Allow yourself to be the flavor of weird you came here to be without judging yourself. That's where your power lies. That's where your magic lies. And that's where your manifestation power lies. If you are pretending to be somebody else, it's like me wearing my girlfriend dress. It would not look good. It might be fun for 5 minutes just for shits and giggles, but it would not look good. Even if she has impeccable taste, it would not look good.
No, no. Well, I think I kind of agree with that. But I love it. We're both fucking weirdos. It's amazing.
Mwah, 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 delicious.
I love it. Thank you so much, Vic. And I want you to come back and chat to us again. Will you come back and chat again?
Oh, I don't know. Of course I will.
Okay.
Of
Okay. Well, thank
course, this
you.
was fun.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll put all the details in there for everyone, and we will chat again to you real soon. Thank you.
Awesome. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you for joining me on Unmasking the Magic. Today's journey has been a glimpse into the power of blending the mystical with the material world. And there is so much more to dive into so that you can explore your own metaphysical gifts to create unparalleled success and fulfillment in your life. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love to hear from you. And please share this with anyone you know who will benefit from adding a little magic to their own life. Keep unmasking your magic, and I'll see you next time.